If you guys are new here, drop that like button, hit that like button, hit subscribe. We're about to get it going. All right, let's get into it. Yes, I got some fresh water, got my shamrock cookie. It's all good to go. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Tyler Babb. I am your host of the Rendered Image Show. This is Rendered Image After Dark, a show that I do at nighttime where we talk about movies, movie news. This is the channel. You want to stick around, you want to be here, you want to subscribe, because this is the channel where we talk about movies and movie news. Hi, I'm a filmmaker. Post-production is my field of study. Post-production and editing is what I do for a living. And I recently just kind of started this channel to talk about my love for movies. It's something that I've always done, and I just figured that, you know what, we should just share it with the world, so why not? Welcome. Today we have a lot of interesting topics. Also, too, yeah, man. I mean, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out a ton. We are fairly small right now, but we will grow. And I want you to be a part of the community, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about these topics. So what do we have to do today? Let's see. We're going to be talking about movie theaters, the future of movie theaters, and what that looks like. There's a few one article we're going to look at, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. 2, we have Snyder Cut chapters. So the Snyder Cut, the Justice League Snyder Cut, is divided into 6 chapters, I think. So we're going to look, they released what those chapters are called. We're going to look at that. And then we have some Space Jam first look images that just dropped today. I just added them into the show probably like an hour ago. So we're going to look at that and discuss that. I've just had Batman Forever on the mind. Like, I've just been thinking about that movie recently. So we're going to talk about Batman Forever and my thoughts on that film. And then we're also going to, like the title says, we're going to be talking about the Superman reboot that's happening at DC / Warner Brothers with J.J. Abrams as a producer, and read the article on that. So it's going to be a fun time. Talk to me in the chat. If you can subscribe, if you have an account, you can go into the chat and talk to me there. That's how we can interact with each other. If I'm clipping here, I apologize. I can bring my volume down. If you hear some noise out there, people are watching TV, so excuse that noise. Trying to keep it down as little as possible, but it is what it is. Hey, we're already up to 5 likes. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Another way that you can support the channel, I'm just going to throw this out here too, is thank you again for being here. I don't really want to waste time necessarily. I don't know how to. Hisoka Quinn is giving me the praying hands or the praise hands. What's going on? Thank you for that. If I know who you are, I don't know by the name of the YouTube channel, but if I know who you are, let me know. So that I know who I'm talking to. If I know who know your name. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, I'll go back to that. I'll go back to it real quick. So yeah, rendered image is the show. Let me go back. Let me go back. I super appreciate it. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I gotta go back here, make sure everyone's cool. The chat is popping. Give that a like. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited to do this. This is something that like is a real passion of mine, and I really hope that you guys get to learn something about filmmaking, and I can kind of give you some insight into the film world, and specifically with this movie theater thing. I think it's gonna be very interesting because we're gonna get into it deep because I have some thoughts. Really? Oh, is my audio not linked up there? Come on, Tyler. Come on, Tyler. Get it together. Get it together. Now you guys hear me. Oh my goodness. Okay, one final time. All right, so this is my Patreon. And you can donate. My first time around through this was so great. But so you can donate to me. It'd be a monthly thing, but it's like a cup of coffee, man. Like it's not that much. Honestly, if you can't do it, liking and coming to the show and like interacting in the chat, liking all the videos, watching my content, like that does so much too. But this just gives you a little bit more, like when stuff comes, I post about it, I talk, you'll get, as soon as things drop, I'll let you know about it. I'm doing a Batman Forever commentary. So you'll get exclusive commentaries on movies from me. I'll watch movies, and then you can sync the commentary up with the film and kind of hear my thoughts while you watch the movie. I also want to do community watch-alongs, so like us as a community, we can watch movies together. And then I also have, I'm doing a thesis film, so I am writing that, and so my Patreons get access to drafts and little tiny like videos that I do basically just from my phone, and I just kind of update them on my thought process and what I'm doing in terms of the thesis film, and all the exclusive behind the scenes will go on my Patreon. So yeah, it's gonna be fun stuff. I'm back. I think that worked though, yeah? I think that worked. Sorry guys. Again, it's just like setting up all this stuff. It's wild. We're at 5 likes. We have 6 concurrent viewers. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I just didn't put my mic. I just didn't enable my mic. It's okay. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna read your comments here. Lost already started, every time. Yeah. Tyler, it's gone again. Yeah, I know. I got it. Tech issues happen. Yes, they do. I'm sorry. But all right, here we go. Oh, we're up to 6 likes. All right, are you guys ready? Do you guys want to get into it? You guys want to just start going into the stories and everything that we got going? Yeah? Or you guys want to ask me more questions? What's up? You guys can dictate this too. Like I'm not trying to like push everyone, But yeah. So again, guys, and share this. Like if you know people, share it. Share the channel. Subscribe to the channel. It's be great. Let's go. All right, let's do it. All right, so the first story. Oh, is this. All right, guys. So the future of movie theaters, right, is something that has been on my mind pretty much, all the time. And while I think it's like 70 or 80% of movie theaters are open across the United States right now. Things are starting to open back up. But there's an article over here that kind of not concern me, but definitely is something that we should check out. Right? Okay, so this is the CEO of Disney, Bob Chapek. It says, Disney Chief Executive Bob Chapek said that the pandemic has likely permanently narrowed the window for movies to play only in theaters. Pre-pandemic cinemas depended on an exclusive 90-day window to screen films before they were made available to home distribution channels, such as pay TV and streaming services. But now, studios are tinkering with the time frame, either shortening it or doing away with it altogether. The consumer is probably more important than they've ever been before, particularly since now they've had the luxury of an entire year of getting titles at home, pretty much when they want them, Chapek said late Monday at a virtual conference hosted by Morgan Stanley. I'm not sure they're going back, he continued, but we certainly don't want to do anything to cut the legs off of a theatrical exhibition run. Okay. He added that the customers don't have tolerance for the months-long period after a movie is in theaters and before it is available to stream, which I don't necessarily agree with that, but whatever. It's just sort of sitting there gathering dust. I don't understand what he's talking about. I get it, sort of, but I don't know. I have thoughts. Since the pandemic, blah, 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 Paramount and Universal shrunk. Okay, Paramount and Universal have either shrunk or announced plans to shrink the usual window from 74 days to more like 30 or 45. And recently, Warner Brothers decided to concurrently stream its full slate of 2021 HBO films on HBO Max for 1 month after they premiere in theaters. And then Disney, And then, Raya and the Last Dragon will go to the streaming service via $30. Additional $30 on top of your Disney Plus subscription. CEO of Disney, massive box office appeal, noting that in 2019 it grossed $11 billion. That's not happening anymore at the box office, guys. All right, so let me get back to the split screen. If you want split screen, we can do split screen. We can do full screen, whatever. We'll probably go back. Whatever, we'll go back full screen. Oh, man, let me bring up the chat. I got thoughts. I'm sure you guys do too, but let me know what you guys think. So basically they're shortening the window. And his comment there where he says, well, we don't want to cut the legs off of movie theaters. And it's like, but we're going to shorten the window. That's what makes an absolutely no sense to me when he's like, yeah, we don't really want to, we don't want to mess with the theaters and we want to protect the theaters, but we're going to shorten the release window. It was 3 months. It used to be a year. Back in the 90s, it was like a year to 10 months. And then it was 3 months, or then it was 7 months. Then it was 3 months. Now they're like, 30 days. So that means you got 30 days to have a theater experience with your movie that you want to see in the movie theater. You got 30 days to go see it. And if you don't make it in those 30 days for whatever reason, we all have busy lives. It's like, if you don't make it in those 30 days, then it's going to go to streaming. And I'm conflicted, okay? Because if you got to understand that movie theaters, first of all, movie theaters don't owe studios don't owe anything to the movie theaters, all right? The movie theaters are like a middleman. They are the exposition, the showcase. They're just kind of a facility to show the movie. And studios don't owe anything to movie theaters. So they're basically waking up and they're like, well, we're going to cut out the middleman because they distribute their own movies. The movie theaters don't distribute their own movies. The studios do that. So when the studio is able to have a streaming platform where they can just ship it directly to your home and directly to you and don't need to split profit with a movie theater and a movie theater chain, on paper and as a bit like from a business sense, I totally get it. I totally understand why a studio would do this. I mean, it's their property, it's their film, they own it, and they just want to sell it directly to you. Now, their whole like $30 more is iffy. I don't know. If you have kids and you have like a big family, I get it, but I don't know. I'm torn because obviously I grew up in a generation like movie theaters were a big part of my life, and are a big part of my life, and it's gonna be tough to like. Look, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't think they're gonna be around for much longer. They may exist in like a kind of like a niche type thing. Either that or, I mean, they're going to have to reinvent themselves. They're going to have to, like they do the thing right now where they sell, that you can buy the theater and you can like have events at the theater and like parties or whatever in like groups. You can buy a theater, which would be cool, especially for like independent cinema. It's not that much to rent out a theater, so you can like do a premiere there, which is cool. If I'm thinking for like independent cinema, but, big films being exhibited on a screen. I don't know. And you just kind of see what Marvel's doing that with Disney and the streaming service, and like WandaVision right now is like $225 million is their budget. It's like they're pouring as much money into these streaming service shows as they are films. And I just think it's the way it's going to go. And I want to bring it to your attention because I want everybody to be prepared that the world is changing. And I for one, have to embrace change. That's kind of what my whole life has been. Like, we all do that, right? We all go through change and we all face stuff that we're uncomfortable with. But there's just some things that are out of our control. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, you can't. And even if I was to sit here and say, oh, okay, well, like people that love to go to the movie theater, like they'll show up to the movie theater. It's like there's a portion of this country and there's a portion of this world that has gotten accustomed to having things on streaming service. There's another portion of this country that is super young. They don't grow up with movie theaters. And I was talking to my friend Yash just yesterday about it, and it's just like I just think the younger generation doesn't have the same connection to movie theaters. I just don't think they do. They're very tablet based, they're very streaming service based, and I don't blame them. That's how they grew up. So you just can't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Katie says, so you're basically saying they will be like arcades. Yeah, that's a great parallel to draw. Is they will basically be like arcades. I mean, you could do a whole bunch of other things. I was talking to my friend Zack, and we were talking about how maybe Disney goes in and buys these theater chains. You know what I'm saying? And then you can pay. Like they're trying to get you to pay $30 to view it on the streaming service. But if Disney bought the movie theaters and they were like, hey, for $30, come and watch the episode of WandaVision. I may not do that every week, but like for the finale for these shows, who knows? I might, you know what I'm saying? I might do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's pretty strapped for cash, Everyone is, but like, not everybody, but most people. So I don't know. But not only that, and like Amazon, and you know what I'm saying? And Amazon owns Twitch. So like, what if you had like Twitch gamers, and like, there's so many things that maybe they could do, but I don't know. Movie theaters are going to have to figure out, they're going to have to adapt, or they're going to go away. And I think people my age and a little bit older who have kind of like, one thing that I find very interesting is my generation is the last generation that was able to exist pre-internet and basically pre-internet. Like we are the last people that remember the world before the internet and like before YouTube was a huge thing, before Facebook. Like I remember that. But younger kids don't know any different. So I just want people to know that that's coming. And it's sad, but I understand it and like I accept it because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Just like physical media. I love physical media. I love buying physical discs. But that's also going. I mean, physical media sales have dropped 50% in the last year. And that's also something that I've had to come to grips with. And I've started to buy more and more of my stuff on digital. But that also is another problem. I don't like the fact that I have movies on Amazon. But what if something happens to Amazon? Where are my movies? Like, you know, like, and I think Jeff Bezos came out with another statement, and Amazon basically said, oh yeah, all those movies that you bought, you don't actually own those, and it's the truth. You don't have a physical copy, so you don't actually own them. So if Amazon one day goes down, or like all of your stuff is gone, basically everything, and that's kind of the world that we're going into, right? It's all digital. It's all kind of not tangible. It's not real. And so that kind of scares me, where it's like, well, I want to watch I love Spider-Man. And if I want to watch Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, like I have a disc, like I have a Blu-ray, I have a 4K version, I could watch them. That's cool. But there will be eventually a day where that doesn't happen anymore. And that's sad. It's very sad for me. Wanda says, I love the theater experience. I had the AMC subscription and was going to movies once a week or so. Yeah, no, that's incredible. And it's a bummer that we only had that for like a year or two? It's crazy. Kayla says, I think for the public it could work if it was only exclusively in the theater for 30 days, but then goes both to streaming and keep it in the theater. Yeah, I don't know. From the article, I mean, it made it sound like they're only doing, well, Warner Brothers is only doing like a 30-day window for their films. Like it's 30 days and then it's automatic, like it's streaming service and theater, but then after the 30 days, you can only see it on the streaming service. KJ4663. Again, if I know who you are, let me know, because I don't know who this is by just the name. But they say, I don't think anyone predicted how well the internet would do. So it may be a false panic. Possibly. I don't quite know what you mean by that. A false panic in terms of like movie theaters? I'm confused on what you mean by false panic. So maybe if you could elaborate more, that'd be cool. Because maybe you have it sounds like you have a different take on it, and I'm a little confused. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if you're new to the stream, my name is Tyler Babb. Welcome to the show. We're talking movies and movie news. If you're new here, drop a like. Guys, liking the stream helps a ton. Liking the videos helps a ton, and makes it push out into the universe and into the galaxy far, far away, and gets people to come in and enjoy the show. We do this every Thursday. I do this every Thursday night at 8:30 CST, Central Standard Time. That's when this show is going to happen. So just so you can mark it in your calendars. Hisoka Quinn says, I feel as though with the current streaming trend going on these days, a few more families would wait until the movies are on the internet. Yeah, I agree. Oh, it's Lyndon. Rock on. Okay, I know who that is now. Awesome. Awesome. Sorry, I'm moving around on my desk and everything. You trying to tell me what to do, Tyler? No, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. What do you mean? You made the comment about the arcade. How am I trying to tell you what to do? Did I say something like trying to tell you what to do? I'm sorry. Check out this cool cup. It's a classic Coca-Cola cup, like glass. I've had it in it's been in my family for like my entire life. I don't know. I think these cups are cool. Does anyone remember when the Lord of the Rings was coming out? Was it the Lord of the Rings? I think they did one for Lord of the Rings, and they definitely did one for Batman Forever, where the McDonald's cups, and then they definitely did one for the Lord of the Rings, because I remember getting the Gandalf one, and it would like light up. It was red. That's kind of what it reminds me of, but it's not. I wish I had those cups. But yeah, if anyone remembers those, drop a like. We're at 6 likes. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're just being my heckler. Okay. Hey, you know what? If that's the role you want to take, by all means. That's how we'll do it. Let's see. Let's go into the next topic, shall we? Bam. What is this? The Snyder Cut. Are you guys excited for the Snyder Cut? It's coming soon. It's coming next week? Is it next week or the week after? I can't remember. Did my voice just go? I don't know. I got my phone pulled up. Okay, so not next week, but the week next after that. The 18th. I'm for theaters. I just think the decrease in sales may bring up false problems. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. I agree. But yeah, no. Okay, chat. On to the next one. If you're new here, hit that. Oh, it's down there. Huh. Down there. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And hit that like button. Yeah. It'll be a fun time. All right, Snyder Cut. Who's excited? Why wasn't the Snyder Cut released first? Okay, so the reason why the Snyder Cut wasn't released first, there's actually a video on my channel where we read an article that talks about Zack Snyder talked to the Hollywood Reporter or something. I forget what outlet it was, but he talked and he gave his whole story in that article about what happened behind the scenes with why he left. I don't want to give too many details about it because YouTube monitors kind of the language and that I use. But he had a family tragedy that happened as they were going into, I think that, yeah, like as they were finishing filming, he had a family tragedy and he had to step down. I don't want to talk about it on the stream. You can go look it up if you really want to know. But yeah, he had to step down, and so they brought Joss Whedon in. Joss Whedon is the director of the Avengers and Avengers: Age of Ultron, and he also was a producer and writer on Buffy and Firefly. So to give you background on Joss Whedon, so they brought him in to finish the movie. But what happened was they had him reshoot like 60 to 70% of that movie, I think. And because Warner Brothers, they got scared. So they looked at the success of Batman v Superman, and it didn't perform as well as it should. One thing about these movies that come out now is these studios spend so much money on these movies. They spend like $300 million, $400 million a movie. And you double that with marketing. So it takes about double of the budget to market the film. And so you're talking like close to $1 billion the studio spent. And they don't spend it, they get a loan from investors, right? So they basically go to investors and they say, we're going to make this movie. So the investors write them checks and then they're given to the studios. So even the studio owns money or owes money. The studio has to pay that money back. And the problem is these budgets have ballooned so big that now it's like our movie at the box office, which we just talked about the movie theaters. So this kind of trickles. I mean, this, the theater thing is going to affect everybody. But you now have a problem because your movie has to make close to $1 billion to be profitable, or even to break even sometimes, depending on the movie. And that's that's what happened here. So the not so success of Batman v Superman made the studio nervous about what Zack was doing. And so when Zack stepped down, in the article it talks about how when Zack was shooting, in the middle of shooting, they had executives come to set and basically like babysit him, right? And that's just the truth. Like, they had executives from the studio babysit him to make sure that he was like making a good movie. And they were like, one of the executives talks about how it wasn't a fun thing to do because it's Zack Snyder. You should just let him do his thing. And yeah, he was like, yeah, no, I didn't particularly like that job. I didn't like doing that because it felt very awkward. And Zack Snyder's like a proven filmmaker. Say what you will about like if you like his films or not, but he's one of the most successful filmmakers in our modern day. Like, and his stuff visually, he's amazing. We've talked about this before, but he is a visual director. Okay, he tells stories in images. I said this before, but his movies and Star Wars, like George Lucas, if you cut the dialogue out of those movies and you just play the movies with the soundtrack, if you just look at them purely as visual, basically silent films, this is like what I said earlier in my other video. If you watch Zack Snyder or George Lucas, the Star Wars movies, as silent films with just the music track, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I just think, yeah, the dialogue kind of suffers a little bit in their movies, But anyways, so the topic of this portion is they have released chapters for, I'm going to look it up on my phone. So they released chapters for the Snyder Cut. And so it's going to be, it's on HBO Max coming out the 18th. It's going to be 6 parts, and it's going to be 4 hours long. So, and they just released the parts, and I guess there's going to be a 10-minute intermission. I don't know how this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. This has never been done before. This is unprecedented on many, many levels. But yeah, so the first part is Don't Count on It, Batman. Okay, very interesting. The second part is The Age of Heroes. Okay. Part 3 is Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. Okay. Part 4 is Change Machine. That kind of reminds me of, like, maybe they go to an arcade. The Change Machine. That's funny. Part 5 is All the King's Horses. It's interesting. And then part 6 is Something Darker. Interesting. But no, like I said, this is unprecedented because it's the first film to be kind of like, so the fans basically are the ones that made this happen. Warner Brothers didn't want this to happen. They brought Joss Whedon in. They made their movie. Warner Brothers made their movie, and like nobody thought that this was going to see the light of day. But Zack has such a big fan base behind him that the fans basically kind of pressured the studio into making this happen. And this wouldn't have happened without HBO Max. So that's where, like, say what you will about streaming services, but streaming services are the reason why we're getting this. Because, so AT&T, the phone company, the communications company, AT&T, bought Warner Media. So they own the company. It's a little weird that an entertainment company is owned by a communications phone company, but hey, whatever. I mean, I don't know. The world will do what the world will do. I haven't even taken a bite of my shamrock cookie. You guys got me talking. There's a lot of comments. I'm going to finish up the sentence and then we'll go. I'm not getting... Katie's not heckling me about my cookie. All right. Man, oh man. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, and then, of course, Zack Snyder was actually able to come back and make his cut, which that doesn't really happen either. A lot of directors aren't able to do that, so that's another reason why it's unprecedented. But yeah, let's read some comments. Why wasn't the Snyder Cut released? Lyndon says, I'm nervous. Why are you nervous, Lyndon? Why are you nervous? Wanda says, I'm on the fence. Could be good, but 4 hours. 4 hours long. Good? I don't know. Yeah, I feel you. Oh, it's Kiwan. Okay. What's up, man? I guess that makes sense. Well, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. You got like numbers and stuff. But it's all good. What do you think, Kiwan? I know you're into this stuff, yeah? What do you think? Do you think that that it'll be good enough for 4 hours? But this is exactly what I said. Like I said, Zack Snyder's a visual filmmaker, so for sure, like visually, I think it's going to be great. But yeah, I think this. I mean, who knows? I don't know. And that's the thing. We've already seen a version of this movie. And, I mean, they can say it's as, oh, it's a completely different movie. It's a completely different movie. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because think about it. Joss Whedon didn't rewrite the whole script. That didn't happen. I just don't know how much Joss actually changed, So. Okay. So Lyndon's not afraid, but Lyndon is nervous as seeing Jared Leto as the Joker. I mean, I'm not too jazzed about him as the Joker, I'll be honest. I don't know. It's going to be what it is. I have mediocre expectations, if we're being real. I'm not like, meh. If it surprises me, then awesome. But I know what I'm going to get with the Snyder Cut. A visual eyegasm. Like, it's going to look beautiful. And but am I going to be like, man, these characters are deep. And, oh man, this dialogue is blowing my mind. No. I guarantee you, no. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of CG. It's a CG fight fest, which is like, could be good if your characters are good. And I don't know. I have my thoughts. I'll review the movie. I'll watch all hours, all 4 hours of it. I'll review it. We'll get, you'll hear my thoughts. It could surprise us. Kiwan says he's looking forward, He's looking forward to a 4-hour superhero film. Yeah, that's another reason why, for it being unprecedented. And also, too, I saw something where, Junkie XL, who did the score for the movie, he set a record because that is the longest score for a superhero film, is his score for the Snyder Cut. So congratulations to him on setting that record. Oh, you're making food at work. Okay. Kayla says that's fair. Responding to the Jared Leto thing. Yeah, I mean, Kayla, are you excited for Jared Leto? I mean, who knows? And that's the other, there you go. That's another reason why it's unprecedented. He gets to now come back and get another shot at playing this character. So, which is very, like, as an actor, I wouldn't want it. Like, that would be so nerve-wracking because I'm like, okay, I get another shot But if I come back and I screw it up again, oof. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? These headphones are starting to hurt my ears, guys. Kiwan says, any superhero film or show I see just gets added to the multiverse and expansion always looks good to me. Yeah. I agree. Multiverse is opening. And both universes, Marvel and DC. As we know, The Flash is going to bring in Michael Keaton, and Ben Affleck is coming back one final time to play Batman. So we will get multiple Batmans in that movie and more. There's rumored that there's going to be a bunch more cameos. And of course they would do that. I mean, Doctor Strange, Marvel's setting up the multiverse. So of course Warner Brothers is looking at that and they're going, well, we got to do that too. Of course. Just like how Batman v Superman, when DC was making Batman v Superman, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios looked at that, literally saw that DC was doing that, and they said, now we're going to make Captain America 3 is going to be Captain America Civil War to literally compete with Batman v Superman. Literally, like they changed courses. Literally, Kevin Feige said, oh, they're doing a versus movie? Okay, we're going to do it, but we're going to make it better. And I think they did. I mean, I like Civil War more than I like Batman v Superman. But yeah. Let's see. Lyndon says, I'll just take Jared Leto being Joker again as a way for the Suicide Squad to be connected. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, they're rebooting the Suicide Squad. James Gunn, that's coming out this year. This year or next year? Did they push it? I think it's this year. I don't know. I think it's this year. I see we're at 7 likes. If you guys are new here and you like the show, you like the discussion, hit that like button. It really helps out. If we can get this stream to like 15 likes, the YouTube algorithm kind of puts it into a new category and it'll push it out even further. So we're at 7. Oh, we just hit 8 likes. Look at that. We just hit 8 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. All the help is incredible. Thank you. We got 9 concurrent viewers. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, we have a ton of topics, so we could sit here all day long. But I don't want to sit here all day long. Next one. Pow, pow, pow. Who is that? Oh, that's the man. He's a good-looking man, too. Like, I'm just going to be real. Like, that's Michael B. Jordan. As Superman? Tyler, what is going on? Oh. Brandon is in the chat. Brandon says, T-Bab. And I go, Brandon, what's up? What's up? Yes, drop a like, share this if you're here. We talk about movie news. That's what we're doing. And Brandon knows. I was roommates with Brandon. And so he knows how much I love this stuff. He will back me up. I talk about this stuff all the time. This is my life. But yeah, we're talking. All right, so what's going on? Warner Brothers. Did I miss any articles? No, we're good. Okay. So Warner Brothers is rebooting Superman. Yes, Brandon and Lyndon. I lived with both of them. We hung out back in the day. I can't believe it's been like a decade. It's been a decade since we lived together. That's nuts. But hey, we don't think about that. That's been a long time. But anyways, yes. All right, so Warner Brothers is releasing a reboot of Superman. So originally, what's his name? I don't know. Maybe people in the chat can help me out for his name. I'm going to screw it up. But Tennessee Coates? Oh, I screwed that up. But he was a writer for... I thought I had an article. Yeah, I got an article. Here we go. Let's read it. Pop-ups. Okay, Coates has also written, let's see, Deadline has confirmed that author Tennessee Coates is writing a Superman reboot feature for Warner Brothers and DC, which J.J. Abrams is producing under his Bad Robot label. Hannah Megala will serve as producer. No plot yet, no attachments, despite the fact that they've heard how Henry Cavill is eager to get back into the cape. Coates is attached to a Ryan Coogler-directed drama featured entitled Wrong Answer. Ryan Coogler, for those of you who don't know, is the director and co-writer of Black Panther. Math teacher at Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. Coates has written this. They're just going over da-da-da-da. Bad Robot and Warner Brothers are developing Justice League Dark universe for film and TV. Justice League Dark first appeared in September 2011. Issue blah, 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 blah. Yes, 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 yes. That's about it. Okay. Oh, is that Tim Allen? No. Yeah, that's Tim Allen. What's up, Tim Allen? Patow. All right. Well, no, you know what? We're going to go back to this because Michael B. Jordan is awesome. So why is Michael B. Jordan in this photo? Michael B. Jordan was originally attached to produce. He was going to be a producer, and he was going to star in a Superman movie for Warner Brothers. I don't know how long ago. I think maybe like 4 or 5 years ago he was going to do that. I think. I got to get back to my chat. And so he was originally attached, and then it fell through due to scheduling. I think like Creed 2 or something. Like he was filming Creed 2, and now he's going to be the director of Creed 3. So that just didn't work out. He could attach himself to it, though. It's possibly rumored that he could come back. But they, in the reports, it was reported that Tennessee Coates and J.J. Abrams, they want to make a black Superman. There's a lot of rumors and a lot of commotion being like, oh, is Henry Cavill no longer Superman now? Is this our new Superman? It's way too early to tell. This movie probably won't come out for like another 3 to 4 years. Maybe not 4 years. They're probably going to fast track this. But at least like 2 to 3 years probably. So you heard it here first. 3 years from now, you're going to be like, Tyler, I remember when you told me about this. That's what we're here to do. I'm here to keep you guys in the loop so you guys know what you want to see and what you don't want to see. And I'm going to say it right now. Coming to a streaming service near you. Not a theater. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But so obviously there's some backlash due to the race of the character that they want to make. To me, I think that's goofy. I think that makes no sense. Doesn't matter. Do I think Henry Cavill is gone? No, not necessarily. Again, like Kiwan just talked about, multiverse. We're headed into a multiverse. Every superhero movie, every superhero universe that you are consuming right now is headed into a multiverse. That means that you can have offshoots of certain characters. That means that you can bring in a black Superman. There's actually a comic book run that has a black Superman. So I just, it's so funny to me because I think a lot of people on the internet, when they see stuff like this, they flip out and they're like, "Whoa, why are they doing this?" And people freak out. And it's like, okay, but it's been happening in the comics for like years. Like if you actually go read the source material, this stuff isn't news. This stuff isn't brand new. These people are just late. Like you're just slow and you're not. It's just funny to me. And it's just like, and like I've stated this before, I am a fan of remakes and I am a fan of reboots because it's just a different take on these characters. These characters are, for lack of a better term, they are our Greek mythology. They are, they're our modern day Greek mythology. And I think representation is stupid important in the film industry. I'm lucky because I've been able to see heroes like Spider-Man. And, I've been able to see that on the screen my whole life. But when you look at what Black Panther did for so many people, and I knew this, but when you see the effect of Black Panther, it just is like, wow, nothing like that has been done before. And it's a bummer when, and again, I'm speaking only from my perspective, right? But I mean, when you're like, what can, you're like Blade. You're like, okay, Blade was cool. It's like, yeah, no, there should be way more films, way more superhero films about black superheroes, straight up. Because there's some great black superheroes that deserve its time. It's they're making a Static Shock movie, which Michael B. Jordan is producer on. So yeah, like I watched Static Shock as a kid. Give me Static Shock. And the problem is these studios just they listen to their analytics. They listen to the people that are the experts, right? They're like, we listen to the experts, and the experts said that this wouldn't do well. Oh, but then you release Black Panther, and it's like, oh, duh. So, Oh, we're at 10 likes. Rock on. That's so cool, guys. Thank you so much. I want to read your comments. Taking sippy sips of water, and I have eaten half of my shamrock cookie. I hope my mic doesn't fall off. Oh, my goodness. Lyndon says, Henry Cavill, a.k.a. my husband. Yeah, man. He is, he's jacked. He is jacked, man. Like, ooh. Yeah, man. Man. Wasn't this glass just full? Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I took a big sip. Kiwan says, I have to read a good storyline with the Black Superman first. I don't know if they have a good Superman film from this generation. Are you talking? Yeah, you're talking like what they've made so far? Yeah, no, I totally agree. We haven't had a good Superman in our whole lifetime. Like close to almost 40 some years. It's been a long time since we've had a good Superman movie. I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was fine. But it's just not my Superman. Trey is in the chat. Man, all of my early college homies are in the chat right now. Like just blowing it up, and I'm so excited to interact with you guys. Trey, if you just joined, what do you think about they're making a new Black Superman movie? What are your thoughts? Yeah, dude, everyone is coming in. That's so exciting, guys. Thank you so much for supporting me on this. Like, this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. But for some reason, like, I just didn't hit the gas on it until like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? This is my jam. This is what I love to do, and you guys that know me personally know that I do this all the time. So I'm excited. I'm excited to reconnect, and that's the thing. Like, we've all moved away from each other, and so to be able to interact like this is super cool. Like, I'm going live every Thursday. At 8:30, I'm here. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. It's going to be great. Too dark. Kiwan said too dark. Static. Yeah, Static's coming. I don't know. Kiwan, what's too dark? Static is too dark? Ah, yes. Yeah, so Brandon says Twitch. Yeah, man. And I'm sure you probably do Twitch too. I definitely want to collaborate, man. I definitely want to. Man of Steel. Ah, Kiwan says Man of Steel was too dark. Yeah, I definitely think the next Superman film that they make is going to be a lot lighter, for sure. Yeah, Katie, if you want to be my permanent heckler, by all means. That's all good. Any engagement that can be here is liked and appreciated. YouTube prioritizes watch time and engagement. So if you like, the more chats we have, the more likes you can drop. If you can't watch every video, that's totally fine. But yeah, subscribe if you can. Like every video. Just drop a like. Like, just liking all the videos helps a ton. It takes like 2 seconds, and I can't thank you guys enough. And if you want to be in here and heckle me, that's totally cool too. And yeah, Brandon, to your statement, yeah, I've been thinking about getting it on Twitch as well. I want to get a couple shows under my belt before I do that, but that'll probably definitely happen in the future. Yeah, so the plot, they have no plot. It was literally just announced. I mean, they have a script, obviously. They've been working on it. But the movie probably won't come out for like another few years. But yeah. Yeah, we got to plan a reunion. We definitely do. Once things kind of, they're getting back to normal, but definitely, let's all meet up. Why not? I'm down. Even if it's on FaceTime. Like, I'm cool with that too. We can just meet up on FaceTime or whatever. But let's go to the next story. Pow. It's Bugs Bunny. Holy cow. All right, so Space Jam, A New Legacy. They just dropped, so EW. Let's go to that article. Pow. Let's scroll up. Scroll up. Boom. All right, so Space Jam, A New Legacy. Entertainment Weekly just dropped an exclusive first look at the new Space Jam. There's a bunch of words, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read them. I read the article, but it kind of talks about the plot. And for spoiler purposes, I don't want to spoil the plot for you. So, this is a cover. You know, okay, so I'm super nostalgic for this movie. Like, I guess it depends on when you grew up, but man, there's something about this movie that just gets me kind of really excited. I see this and I'm like, oh man, like, and it looks beautiful. Like, if we're gonna, so like, and it's got Don Cheadle in it. Like, John, come on, man. Like, oh wait, whoops. I don't want to do that. I want to get back. Well, here. I want to see the chat though, so that's my problem. But I want to show you guys the photos. But here, I'll show you the photos. I'll talk. It's got Don Cheadle in it and all these photos. Bugs Bunny. So let's talk about the animation. I think it looks beautiful, man. Like, this is what I would have expected. Like, 90s was 90s. And it was a good film. It was a great kids film. I grew up on it. I had all the Monstars. I had all the Looney Tunes. I had a Toon Squad jersey. I had... My basketball that I had was purple, and it had the logo, it had Space Jam in the center of it. I just remembered that out of absolutely nowhere. But yeah, the basketball I had was purple. Or maybe it was my uncle's, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was mine, or I thought it was mine, but maybe it was my uncle's, I'm not sure. It probably was his. But yeah. I think it looks beautiful, man. And so there's rumor that, like, you can kind of see it back here, but there's characters back here, and it's rumored, more than rumored, I think, but it's basically going to be all of the Warner Brothers properties are going to feature in this movie. So all of their properties are going to make an appearance. So, like, Harry Potter will make some sort of Harry Potter reference, will make it into this movie. It's basically like a big promotion for their company, which is fine. It's an interesting take. I know a little bit more about the plot, but I don't really want to spoil it unless you guys want me to, unless you guys don't care. That's fine. We're up to 10 likes. That's awesome. What do we got to say here? I did warn you. Yes, you did warn me. Let us know if and when you do Twitch. Yeah, definitely. I will let you know. It'll happen, I don't know, maybe it'll happen around my birthday. That's the day before Halloween. So maybe we'll save that for, like, it'll be like the birthday celebration Twitch stream. I don't know. Who knows? Brandon says yes, 100%. Oh, Trey says he's conflicted. He hates LeBron. LeBron is a divisive guy, isn't he? I'm not a huge sports fan, so I'm not going to I'm not going to have any attachment to that necessarily. It's just more of like, obviously I'm going to judge it on just a pure movie stance. Like, is it a good movie? But then, like I said, I grew up on the original. I watched it a lot. Michael Jordan was like the biggest, most iconic person on the planet for like, almost 2 decades or like a decade. Like, he was a big deal. So, I don't know if it's going to live up to. I don't know if it's going to live up to the magic of the first one, but man, I'm excited because and please give me some insight into this. But like, so how many? I would assume that LeBron is like him or hate him. LeBron is pretty much the equivalent to Michael Jordan nowadays for kids nowadays. I'm really trying to come at this film from a kid's perspective in 2021, right? I had my Space Jam when I was a kid. Cool. I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, the animation looks great. Like, this looks beautiful. The story, who knows? I just want it to be fun, realistically, man. Like, give me some callbacks to the original film, have fun, get some references in there, maybe bring in Bill Murray. That would kind of be cool. Bring in some older basketball players, Larry Bird. I'm sure there's going to be references to the old movie for sure. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's see what you guys think. I'm excited. Nostalgia for me too. Yeah, man. We all. I think all of us in the chat pretty much grew up with this movie. This was our movie. Like, it was a big deal. So, Wanda says, I also do not like LeBron, but we know his acting skills are on point with all the fake fouls. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm not a big fan. Or, like, I don't know basketball really, but I've heard that he just kind of falls over. Which is weird. That's weird. But I've heard, I don't know. The NBA is probably not what it used to be from everything that I've seen. It's just not as raw. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just probably not the same. What else do we got? Is the DC? Yes. So this is the Justice League. It's the Justice League. Only because when you say LeBron, you think Jordan. Oh, okay. Really? Like, just by association, or like, interesting. But like, kids though, don't a lot of kids like love LeBron, or no? Or there's probably a lot of newer people, right, that have come into the league that kind of. I feel like it was weird because I remember when he got drafted in 2003. I used to be into basketball, and then like I kind of fell off. But I feel like a lot of people kind of came into the game and kind of overshadowed him a little bit, but he's still big. I don't know. Clearly, he's making the movie. He's in the movie, so. But you probably could have replaced him with like 5 other guys, right? I don't know. Consistent competition, yeah, constant competition. Wanda says, I'm mainly wondering about the Batman depiction on that shirt. What do you mean? That's Batman. I don't know. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't get that comment. LeBron is the DC version. Jordan is the Marvel version. Ooh, those are some interesting words there, Wanda. I'm mainly wondering about the Batman depiction on the shirt. Oh, Katie said that. Sorry. This is one of those films that should have just been done once. For sure. I can see that. Yes, I was about to say Bill Murray. Kids don't care about the OGs. His name is LeBron James. It should have been Kobe. You bring up you bring up a very good point. It probably Kiwan, you said that they should have only made one. I agree that this movie's probably 10 years too late. Maybe. I think you could plop this concept into any. You could bring these guys into any era of basketball, right? You could bring these characters into 20 years down the line. and it would still work. But I know now, with everything that's happened, you can't help but think like, man, but what if this was Kobe? So yeah, But I think for the longest time it was like everybody just assumed that LeBron was going to be in a Space Jam 2, right? For like the longest time, it was just like, oh, if there's a Space Jam 2, LeBron's going to be in that, and it just so I think it just kind of like. The saying where it's like, if you speak things into the universe enough, like they'll happen. I think that's kind of what happened. Same thing with the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut's a little different, but I think this is exactly kind of a result of that. If you speak things into existence long enough, they'll manifest, and I think this is a prime example of that. And also too, I mean, if you believe in multiverses, which I do. There's a version of Space Jam 2 that came out 10 years prior to this, 10 years ago, that has Kobe in it, which is super cool. Stuff I like to think about. It would be very cool. But we get the LeBron James version, and I hope it's good. Is it going to be a masterpiece? No, probably not. But it looks beautiful. And I'm a fan of post-production. I'm a fan of CG. I'm a fan of animation, so... It looks pretty. It looks great. But yeah, taking a bite of the cookie. We're still at 10 likes. That's okay. Should we go to the next story? Pom-pom! All right, Batman Forever. Man, this is just like a nostalgia trip. Today, isn't it? Yeah, no, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. Dude, my mic is like, what's going on here? My goodness. All right. Batman Forever. So why did I put this on here? I can really only just be honest with you guys. I put this on here because this movie's been on my mind for like the past month. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be something that I just bring up and kind of talk about. But I just like this movie. I don't know. Sue me. I think this movie's cool. And I always kind of revisit this because I think it's a great example of a take. Right, and we talk about this in class, which Kiwan knows, a director's take. And this version of Batman is so subtle and is so comic booky. And I find myself watching this movie, and I get jealous sometimes because I'm like, man, all the production you could ever want in the world is in this movie. The production design is incredible. The execution of a director's vision is you can tell when you watch a movie, and big Hollywood movies obviously have a big team. But when so sorry, I'm rambling, but when you compare this to say Marvel movies, right? I just feel like there's a lot more, there's more to this particular movie than some of the newer Marvel movies. This one took big risks. The studio obviously wanted to make a much more family-friendly film, but I think it works, man. The Bruce Wayne has, the way that Val Kilmer plays Bruce Wayne is super interesting. And is he plays it in such opposite of the world that he's in, right? The world is crazy, and the Riddler's nuts, and everything is so flamboyant around him, but yet Bruce Wayne and Batman, it almost feels like he's in a completely different movie, but I feel like that was intentional, because Bruce Wayne as a character isn't supposed to, like, he lives in a completely different world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to deal with the craziness of Gotham City, so he's got to be an odd dude. And like what Michael Keaton did in the originals was great, because he played up like the whole, like, oh, I'm crazy too. So you really believed that somebody like him could become the Batman. You're like, okay, yeah, he's a little off his rocker. But what Val kind of, like, I don't know, just brought a little bit more, just took a different approach to it, and I really enjoy watching that take. I also enjoyed the Riddler. I like how the character, it's a movie where it's like a bunch of misfits. It's a bunch of people, like, it's a bunch of misfits. Like, Batman doesn't belong anywhere. You know, Robin, like, his parents die, and, you know, like, he gets taken in, and he's kind of an outsider, and, like, Jim Carrey's the Riddler, like, just wants to be accepted by Bruce, and, like, isn't accepted in society, so then he decides that he's gonna, like, he basically, like any true, you know, any good villain, but he's gonna force society to see him and accept him. And so, yeah, I don't know, there's a lot going on in that movie when you really watch it. From when you take the, you know, a lot of people, oh, that's the Batman Forever, and, like, the Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, like, those movies aren't good. It's like, okay, well, stop thinking that way and go watch it again and pay attention to really what's kind of going on, and ask yourself questions when you watch the movie, rather than just being like, oh, it's colorful and there's no story. It's like, no, there's a story there. There's a character who's, you know, it's a Batman movie, and it's a really good Batman movie that centers around Batman. I mean, obviously, like, the Joker, or the Riddler and everything, like, has a big story, but, you know, I'm basically talking to myself now, and I don't know if anyone is here to respond. I could go on forever. My water's almost gone. If you guys are new here, hit that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you like talking movies, what we talk about on this channel is movies and movie news, how to make movies. I take you through my journey of working on projects, and we talk movie news, and I give you all my insight on how I feel about the upcoming releases. I review films. Yeah, it's a good time. If you would enjoy more of these, I come to you every Thursday night with the live streams. The Rendered Image is the show. My name is Tyler Babb. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at tbabedits. That'll be in the description. Check it out. You can also support me on Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Babb. And yeah, subscribe. I don't have any audio with this, but maybe someday. But yeah, so, you know, if you haven't seen this movie in a while and you enjoy this, go check it out. I think it'd be kind of fun to check it out. Also, too, I'm going to plug this really quick. Speaking of this, but yeah, so I got a Patreon, and you can directly support this channel by donating to the Patreon. Once a month, you sign up, you get all sorts of perks. You get some exclusive videos from me, one-on-one live chats. We can consult. We can talk about any projects that you have. But again, it literally is the cost of a cup of coffee a month. And it directly supports the stream, directly supports the channel. And yeah, I couldn't be any more grateful to you guys to show your support. Again, by all means, I got a Batman Forever movie commentary coming up, where I will basically be watching the movie, recording my commentary, and you can sync it up with your copy of the movie, and you can listen to my commentary exclusively for Patreons. It'll be on the $5 tier, so you'll have access to that stuff. All of the movie commentaries will be accessible through the $5 tier. And I also have drafts of my scripts. So my thesis film that I'm working on for school right now, there's a rough draft here for all of my Patreons to read and give feedback. So you'll get all the behind the scenes. I have a shoot coming up for one of my classmates and friends. He is making his thesis film. So I'm an AC on that, which basically means I'm an assistant camera. And I can, so I'm an assistant camera, so I'll be in charge of changing lenses and doing all that stuff. So that shoot's happening at the end of March. I will give you all the behind the scenes access and all the goodies on that shoot and what I learned. And yeah, we talk about making films here, man. So if you enjoy making movies, if you want to learn about the film industry and see how I produce things, and I'll showcase my work on the channel and on Patreon, again, helps out a ton. I can't thank you guys enough for being here and supporting me. It's super awesome. Oh, some comments have come in. So let's take a look at the comments. In my opinion, is one of the best Riddler interpretations out there. I typed it out and forgot to hit send. Nice. That's my favorite movie. Oh, that's your favorite movie? That's I mean, that I don't blame you. It's a great movie. Wanda says, I love this movie. When I was younger, I was a big Jim Carrey fan and also had a crush on Val Kilmer. I've not seen it in years and would love to revisit it. Kiwan says, there isn't a Batman movie I don't like, especially considering in the 90s. Post Tim Burton, where Batman was constantly being reimagined. Yeah, no, if you think about it too, it's a wild time, right? Like, it was basically like a decade with like 4 Batman movies that were all slightly different, you know? And that's unheard of. You know? And it's sad too that like that Batman and Robin was the one that killed it, you know? Or, you know, basically derailed the franchise until Batman Begins, which I love Batman Begins. I think out of the Dark Knight trilogy, I think Batman Begins is the best Batman movie. But yeah. Mary said, I enjoyed this one and Batman and Robin. This is the Batman movie I grew up loving. Yeah. I think, you know, like I said this before, but a lot of people in the chat right now, like, we grew up with these movies. And so, of course, we love them. If you showed this to kids today, I think they would be like, this is cheesy. This isn't, you know, they grew up on the Marvel universe, so I don't blame them. But yeah, no, this will always have a special place in my heart, and I'm excited to do the commentary, man. Like, I'm gonna record the commentary soon and get it up. But I'm excited to watch that movie, and I want to do watch-alongs with you guys too. Like, I want to watch movies and like watch videos and break down like music videos, all sorts of stuff, man. I have tons of stuff planned. I'm so excited. Yeah, Kiwan says there isn't a Batman movie that I don't like. Yeah, Brandon. Yes. So, Brandon, I am back in classes. I finished school in the end of summer. So then I'm done with school. I finish school then. So, yeah. Oh, Kayla says good luck with the shoot, by the way. Thank you. And Kiwan says the Bat card. Which, yeah, that was in Batman and Robin, yeah? It's good times. The Bat card, you know what I'm saying? The Bat card. We're at 10 likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate the 10 likes. Are my mic levels hot? I feel like they're kind of hot. But I feel like Brandon would tell me if they were too hot. They don't look too bad. They don't look too bad. Are you guys excited for WandaVision? Who's watching WandaVision? We'll keep going. We'll keep going. I think, you know, I'm cool. What time is it? It's 9:49. I think we're going to keep going. If you guys want to chat with me a little bit and like just kind of talk, I'm cool with that too. I don't have any more stories. So, like, stories are done. But we can sit here and chat. I'm all good. So I am at Flashpoint. So, well, okay. So Columbia College, Hollywood is where I go to school. But I'm living back home in Belvedere. I shouldn't say where I live online, huh? Whoops. That's okay. That's all right. Whoops. Yeah, WandaVision. Who's excited for the WandaVision? Dude, okay, so, yeah, I'm excited for WandaVision. I can't lie. I'm stoked. It's great. WandaVision. I will put up my review. For people who aren't caught up, I don't want to spoil anything, so we won't talk spoilers. Please don't talk spoilers. Kiwan said he stopped watching it. Why'd you stop watching it, Kiwan? Wanda, did you just say Theatrical? Oh, I know you're talking about. You're talking about the reference to the show. I get you. Katie says she's so excited. And so does Mary. And Mary also said that she loves CGI, but she misses the old ways of special effects. Yeah, I mean, of course, I do too. So there used to be a mix of practical and CG. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the transition process. Okay, like CG wasn't quite to the level of being entirely believable, and so, but they still had like the practical way of doing things. And for a while there, it was so special effects are stuff that's like really happening on the screen, right? So you have like fire and like smoke, rain, basically any kind of element that's like, I forget what I saw something on a special feature like a while ago that said anything that's like 10 feet in front of the camera is, this was like 20 years ago now. Oh my goodness. But so anything 10 feet in front of the camera is usually real. This obviously doesn't apply today. But so that's all special effects. And then what they call visual effects is all of the computer stuff. So when you're talking about those things, special effects are like fire, wind, smoke, rain, debris, like if you have like foam debris that you're like throwing at people or whatever, or like trees and boxes or whatever, who knows. Anything that's physical, that's special effects, and then visual effects are all the CG stuff. Brandon says he can't wait till Hollywood gets back to shooting normal TV episodes of major shows. Whoops, did not mean to say that. Sucks there is no new episodes of stuff. Yeah, I think they're gonna get back into it. I think a lot of productions have kind of ramped up now, so I think in the later in the year, in the fall and stuff, I think we're gonna get new shows. So I think it's all coming back in different ways, right? You didn't say it right. You have to add all the O's. I don't know. All the so's. Oh, yeah, I say so. Making fun of how I talk. Come on. That's the only reason why you're going to be in these streams, is just to make fun of how I talk. Kiwan left after the second episode. He didn't expect them to go with that storyline. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta. It was an interesting way to do the show. They definitely took a gamble because, yeah, I feel like a lot of people dropped it, but then a lot of people came back because as of last week, it's the highest rated TV show in the world right now. So. Yeah, Brandon, Chicago PD and all those are back up. Mary says, I am sad this will be the last episode. Yeah, this will be the last episode. But, we got like a whole year of Marvel. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming this month, like a week after. So we're good there. Loki, the Loki show comes out in April. So, I mean, it's Marvel all year. Like, it'll continue. Don't worry. Trey says, anybody watching Snowfall? What is that one? What is Snowfall? Because I feel like I would remember. I don't watch it, obviously, but I feel like I would know what that is. Trey, are you talking about WandaVision with the 3rd and 4th episode? I think so. Talk about Loki, please. Oh, yeah. We'll be talking about Loki. I will review every episode of Loki. It'll be up on the channel. We will be here. I also want to, get you guys to come onto the stream with me, if you could. I'm thinking about formats and ways to do stuff. And, me talking to a chat is fine, I guess. But, I would love to have guests on and, actually have you be on screen. Via Zoom or something, and if you can talk to me, I think that would make the streams even more engaging. So, by all means, if somebody wants to come on for a Loki episode, stream or whatever, I'm down. Can we just talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show? Yeah, well, when it comes out. I've purposely been keeping myself in the dark with the Marvel shows because, I've read comics, right? A lot of stuff that's happened in WandaVision, I could kind of predict because I've read the comics, so I kind of knew what was going to happen. But with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't really know what's going to happen. Same thing with Loki. I have no idea. So I've purposely kept myself in the dark, so I will be just as excited. But WandaVision, I was kind of predictable for me. Who knows? This last episode, I hope, is crazy. So, who knows? Kiwan says he's with it. Does that mean you want to come on the stream? And you want to talk to me sometime? Talk with me sometime? That'd be cool. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about, dude. Mary says, gotta go for now. Have a good night. Have a good night, Mary. Wherever you are. We're at 10 likes. That's incredible, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a good time. Yeah, Kiwan. Yeah, we'll definitely get you on. Just let me know if you want to whenever you want to come on. You could come on a few times a month. I don't care. You come on whenever. I know you are also making a thesis because you're in my class. So definitely, if you want to share your process and if you want to share your script and want to talk about we could literally just workshop your film. You know what I'm saying? We just talk about your film on the stream. That'd be cool. I'm down with that. And my water's gone. What if we did that, guys? What if the streams lasted as long as I drink water? Fun fact for everyone who doesn't know, I eat super slow. Everybody that knows me in the chat and that lived with me can tell you that I'm a super slow eater. So, yeah, I eat slow. Obviously, this cookie, look at this cookie. I didn't even eat this whole cookie. So, water's gone. And I wonder if that should be the gauge of how long the show should be. It's okay, the water's done. That's the end of the show. I wonder. My voice is going too. It's getting all high pitchy and shit. It's crazy. Oh yeah, we can swear on the stream. I don't care. And that's so. Yeah, Brandon says we should hit up the UC cafeteria after the stream, and that's what we would have done. It's I look at it now and it's yeah, we should. Why didn't we we should have been live streaming back then? I don't know, Brandon, if you ever live streamed any of your stuff back then. Let me know if you live streamed your stuff because I don't know if you did. I can't remember. But yeah, we should have done this I should have been doing this a long time ago. I sit here a lot and I'm and that's why I just started this because I was tired. I was tired of me being oh man, because a lot of times I was I should have done this 5 years ago. I should have started streaming like 10 years ago. And I just got tired of that. And I was like, you know what? We keep saying, what if, like, we should have done this? We should have started. I was like, I'm just going to start. Like, screw it. I'm just going to start. And I'm glad I did. Oh, high school. Used to do it Fridays on Ustream. But you didn't do it when we were in college, yeah? Oh, yeah. How's the family, by the way? Family's doing good? Hopefully. I hope everyone's family is doing good. My family's doing good. My family is healthy. We're all good. Everyone's good. So I hope everyone's family is out there is good. Ones that I've met, ones that I haven't met, you know. Hopefully everyone is doing well. That's good. That's good. Lyndon says he has to stretch first. I don't know what that means. What do you got to stretch for? The stream? Or before you come on a stream with me? What are you talking about? What do you got to stretch for? Crazy. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let me know when the Twitch stream happens, and I will definitely be there, and I will share it with all of my people here. Because this is what we do. I want to, you know, we did it back in the day, and I want to continue to do it. I want to support everybody. That's something that I've always loved, man. I've always loved to support people, support my friends, and support people who are creative. It's just like, I don't know, it's something that's in my blood, and something that I do, I guess. I don't know. I love to see people create stuff. And I love to share it. It's almost like an impulse. Like if a friend does something, I'm always like, oh, and like I always share it to my, you know, I don't know, it's weird. Like Facebook, I'm always like, oh, my friend's doing this thing, check it out, because I think it's so cool. Like, so I definitely want to create that again in that environment. That'd be great. Dances in the UC cafeteria, yeah, man. Those are great, man. Those are great. It's so funny. I recently, for my school, I had to create an entire, like, collection of all the work that I've done. And so, like, I have videos from, like, when I was filming on VHS tape, when I was, like 8 or, like, 9 or 10. And then it goes all the way, and then it goes through that whole period early in college. And there's some footage of, like, Trey dancing and Dakota dancing and all that stuff. And DJ, like, Brandon, like, doing DJ stuff. Like, there's footage of that in there. It's crazy. It's so cool. But then it goes into, and it's so wild to see it. I can't put it up here because early on I had reels that had music, and then I had like music videos when I was a kid that have copyrighted music, so I can't put it up on YouTube. And I'm having a hard time putting it up on my Patreon because I'm trying to link it through YouTube. So eventually, somehow, I'll get it up, but, you know. Oh, Edward's here. Edward agrees on something. I think the chat's a little bit delayed, so I'm not quite sure what, Edward, you agree with, but definitely, I'm glad you're here. Where to 11 likes? Edward, if you were that 11th like, you're awesome. How's your thesis coming? I know we gave you some feedback in class, and I'm just, you know, hopefully you are making progress. I hope that you're making progress. DM or something. I don't know what. Oh, for the reel or the work. Yeah, definitely. I can send a direct message for sure, and like I'll show you guys the stuff for sure if you contact me directly, or try Vimeo. So the thing about Vimeo, I don't pay for like a pro. It could be different for a pro, but the whole thing, it's all in one video, and it's like an hour and 19 minutes long. So it's kind of long, but you know, we will figure it out. Kiwan asks, what is my favorite movie? So my favorite movie is probably, I mean, you know, it's got to be Harry Potter, bro. Like, as much as I want to sit here and be like, oh, the cinema, you know, like, the cinema. Like, for people who know me, Dropbox is a great would probably be the way to go for sure. But yeah, it's Harry Potter. Probably the first one, and I say that because is it the best movie ever made? No, but it's my favorite because it's I don't know, man. It's the movie that, like, we all have that moment where we realized that we wanted to make films and we wanted to, like, be involved in film. And I remember renting. I rented Good Burger from Blockbuster, and I popped the VHS tape into the TV, and there was the first theatrical trailer for Harry Potter. And in that trailer, they had the shot of Diagon Alley, and an owl, a white owl, like, flies past the camera and down the alley, and, like, Hagrid and Harry, and they're all, like, walking down Diagon Alley. And I remember that shot happening, and, like, that's the moment where I was like, oh, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, this is the world that I want to live in. Because I grew up, I wasn't very good at sports. My grades weren't the best. They've gotten better, but, like, I've never been, like, a super, like, student academically, and so I didn't really fit in anywhere as a kid, but nor did I ever really care to fit in as a kid. I don't know how to describe it, other than, like, I was just like, whatever. But I was getting, like, I was 9 or 10, so I was getting to that point where, like, clearly, like, people were getting into their things and going into their groups of people, and I wasn't fitting in anywhere. And then I saw the trailer for that movie, and it was probably about a year or so before the movie came out. And dude, that just, like, it set my world on fire. And then I immediately, like, I read the book. I still have, oh, is it in here? Hold on. It might be in. I don't know if it's in here. Aha! Here it is. So check it out. I still have the first ever Sarasota Theaters ticket from November 22nd, 2001. This is the first time I ever saw Harry Potter, and I still have the ticket. It's crazy. Like, this was it. This is my jam. And, like, look at this, like, old Pepsi. Like, it's crazy that I totally forgot it was in this drawer until I just now thought of that. But it's incredible. But yeah, man. So. But that movie, and I saw that movie, and, like, it just kind of set it all on fire for me, man. And there was something. It was something. It's so unique for me because, obviously, then for the next 10 years, that franchise kind of rolled out over the next 10 years. And so I was super lucky, and I can only put it in words of, like, right place, right time, and, whatever you believe, the universe or whatever. Like, we can get super, like, high concept or whatever, but, like, I believe that the universe tells you, like, what it wants you to do and where it wants you to go. And some points of your life are going to be, like, super high notes. You're going to be like this, but sometimes it's going to be really crappy, and you're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to learn. Life is a journey. But what was really nice is I had the film series basically throughout my childhood and into my young adulthood. And that's something super rare. Like, nowadays, I guess you could have like, people could grow up on the MCU and it could inspire them to, like, make movies and stuff. But I don't know. There's just something very, very, very special about that time for me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's a Harry Potter fan, but I'm a huge Harry Potter fan because of that reason. I have no water and my voice is, like, going, so I apologize. Kayla says, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's amazing. I keep a box of old ticket stubs." Yeah, yeah. I only like that's the only one I have for some crazy reason. I don't really keep tickets, but I got that somehow, randomly. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely my magic moment. All right, Brandon. I'll talk to you later. Definitely. I'm glad that we've connected, man. I'm glad that you're around. I miss you. I miss your energy. And I wish you the best. And I will talk to you later, bro. So good to see you. Well, good to talk to you. I definitely want to see you on a video at some point. But yeah, have a good night. What are we at? We're at 10:11. We've been going for a while, guys. We're still, 10 concurrent viewers. The chat rate is at 2. I'm just reading off statistics now. My voice is going, though, so we probably will end the stream at some point soon. If anybody, if you guys are good. It's late, you know what I'm saying? It's a Thursday, so people got work and stuff. I totally understand, and my voice is going, so. But if anyone else has anything else to say or wants to ask, like, maybe one more question, I'm good. But yeah, so like one more question. If not, in the next like minute or so, then we'll wrap up. Kiwan's got more questions. All right. Katie says, "Damn, I thought I'd be all night." No, my voice is going. I need an assistant. I need an assistant to go get me water. Maybe in like 6 years or whatever, when this channel is like blown up or whatever, then I can have an assistant go get me some water. Edward says that he's good for questions. So does that means you don't have questions? Favorite DCAU film? Are you talking about DCEU? Did you mean EU? Wanda says 2 glasses next time. Wow, my voice, man, I can't. My voice is going. All right, Lyndon says he's going to go. He's going to go sketch. Definitely, man. Have a good time. Hopefully you come back next week. Every Thursday. We're here every Thursday, so if you guys pop in, you don't have to stay for the whole thing. I appreciate you guys staying for the whole thing. That's incredible, man. But, like, I know a majority of you guys, like, personally, so you know me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like normal hangout, So, okay, Kiwan says, what's my favorite DCEU film? Okay, all right, you got to give me years. Like, do you just mean like basically just like Snyderverse and on? Like from Zack Snyder up to now? Or are we talking like all DC films? Give me a year. Give me from a year to a certain year. That way I know. Edward says plan ahead for water, and yes, I don't have questions for now. Yeah, definitely think of some more questions for next time. And yeah, I know I need to. I don't know why I was like, oh, and I'm gonna like. That's crazy. I'm gonna like. I knew I was gonna run out of water, but I figured we would end it. But we're talking questions. But I will answer Kiwan, and then that'll be it. Because I wonder, is he including Nolan, or is he just like, is Nolan included in that? Because then it's a whole other ball game. But if it's just Snyderverse, then who knows? Sorry. Yes, we do remember when Nicolas Cage was about to be Superman. That was super close to happening, too. Directed by Tim Burton. Oh, DC animated. Wait, okay, animated. Okay, sorry. Animated films from 2016 to now. Kayla says, "God, that would have made an interesting film." Oh yeah, if you don't know about that, definitely look that up. Definitely go look that film up. There's a lot of info on that, and a lot of concept art, and a lot of stuff. We might do a video on it. It'd be fun. Yeah, there's footage of him actually in the costume. Okay, so animated. That's a tough one. Okay, so I really liked The Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight Returns. That animated movie was really good, and then I liked the Adam West one. Yeah, the Adam West animated film was super cool. That's probably my favorite. My favorite one is probably Dark Knight Returns is probably my favorite, and then a close second is. But I haven't seen a lot of I haven't seen Flashpoint. I heard Flashpoint was really good, so I haven't seen that. And then I don't know if there's new ones. I remember I saw The Killing Joke in theaters, and that was horrendous. I was appalled by that movie in theaters. It was not good. And yeah, I was not a fan of that movie. Kayla says, I vaguely remember hearing it, but I think it was a joke. But I thought it was a joke. Oh no, it was no joke. It was no joke. It's very real. Like I said, in a multiverse, in another dimension somewhere, there is a Nicolas Cage Superman. Yes, Edward. Yes, Return of the Caped Crusader. It's probably that movie was funny, man. And that scene where it's like, Robin to the crosswalk, and then they do the cross, that's hilarious. I thought that movie cracked me up. It was Robin to the crosswalk. I don't know, I thought it was awesome. Yeah, definitely look that up. We'll do a video on it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be about it, guys. I think I'm done for tonight. Again, thank you for being here. We got this going every Thursday at 8:30, Central Standard Time. I'll be coming at you, talking movies, talking film. We might go over some of my thesis film too, possibly. I'll let you guys know. Man, my voice is going. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel because more content's coming. I'm going to be watching WandaVision tonight, and I'll be doing a review. So there's two reviews coming. One I will do right after I see the film. Oh my goodness, the show. And then I also run another channel on YouTube with my friend Zachary Hendricks. It's called The Young Cavs. It's all one word. It's called The Young Cavs. He does we do games, but then we also do movie news, and we're going to have another show on there. So I will be going on, and we also do MCU reviews on that channel where we talk together. So I will be over there on that channel tomorrow, and I will be posting a review on that channel together. So that's coming, and I will also do a review on this channel. But it'll be a shorter one, and then the one that him and I do is a much longer one. So it's exciting. This is the finale. It's going to be crazy. I wonder what the cameo is going to be. Apparently, there's supposed to be another big cameo, and I wonder if it's going to set up Spider-Man. Who knows? I'm so excited. Good night, everyone. Take care. I got to stay up until 2 for WandaVision. Wanda says, I'm next daying you a 1 gallon of water. I have gallons of water. Man, my voice. I'm going to literally sit and not say a word for like hours. Oh, but okay. Take care, guys. Take it easy. Thank you for being here. We will end it now. Thank you, and stay awesome. That's what my friend Zack says. He says, stay awesome. So stay awesome. I'm going to take that from him tonight. Stay awesome. Keep creating. Let the world inspire you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.